Hi there, Tim McCarthy here from Sage Business Group. It's Sunday, 22nd of March, the morning, and just thought it's important to put this information out there about the asset protection element for COVID-19 for directors. The last week, there's been a whole heap of questions come to us and posed from clients and people in business who have asked questions that are difficult to ask and difficult to answer. Sometimes they're not even asking the question, they're asking around the question. The reality is that today there'll be an announcement, more stimulus from the government. There's an announcement later in the week and possibly more announcements to come. So therefore, what I just wanted to put together was a little bit of a summary here about protecting assets for the directors of companies, and also in the case of people who have trusts and have corporate trustees, how they can protect their assets. I'm probably asking some questions too that they don't want to ask, but let's put it out there to try to help provide information. So some of these questions we've been taking in during the week, or not taking in, but around the edges of, is it wrong for me to focus on asset protection? Am I being selfish? What happens if I can't pay the bills? How am I going to deal with this? Well, when does it finish? I don't know when it finishes. So what happens then? When do I pull the trigger on closing down the business? And what can I do to protect our family home, other assets we've worked really, really hard to build up? And how do I even know if I'm making a good decision? The reality is with decision making, we don't necessarily always know if it's a good decision. We don't have to justify decisions, but we do need to make decisions. So a little bit of information around that and some strategies potentially around protecting family assets. Knowledge is key. So know who owns the title of the property, the asset, whatever it might be. Title is critical. Understand, as a family group, who are the exposed people and exposed entities to risk and who are protected, a lower risk. There may have been a structuring in place to have assets in one particular entity which doesn't have exposure. And understand the creditor order of priority. So understand, if something does happen here, who will I have to pay in what order? That might include things like the PPSR. Are there any registrations either way on the PPSR? If you don't know about that, it might be worth chatting about that. Think beyond the pure financial outcome. So for builders, for example, you can go and liquidate a company. That's what you can do. But then what are the implications to your building license? There'll be others examples of exactly the same thing where there's qualifications and registrations required. And one of the really important things about protecting family assets is exploring the options, going through what are my options in a logical way before I make a quick and rash decision. Let's make a logical decision. One of the strategies I want to talk you through is a little known strategy called the safe harbor. And right now, I think this could be a great mechanism for businesses to actually protect themselves from the concept of being a director of a company and trading whilst insolvent, which is a great risk that some directors may in fact take on right now without even meaning it. These laws only came in on 9th of September 2017, so they're really recent and really haven't been used a hell of a lot to date. I suspect it may become something really logical over the next 6 months to actually enact. But it's very, very specific. So you must meet some specific obligations. You've got to keep your tax lodgements up to date, not tax payments, tax lodgements. You must keep your employee payments, including super, up to date. And you must actually construct a plan that's documented and be reasonably likely to lead to a better outcome for the company than immediate administration or liquidation. So by doing this, it affords protection to the director of the company, and the director must also, for themselves, keep informed of the company's financial position, ensure the company's maintained adequate financial records, and it must take advice from appropriate qualified advisors. So look, that's going to sound self-serving, me saying this. The reality is it's there as an option. So I wanted to get that out there because we can help people with this. We can work through the cash implications of it. Let's not let that be the problem, okay? Let's make sure we work to help to protect the assets. And with this government stimulus packages, they may actually be part of the documented plan as to how you protect yourself from being seen to be trading whilst insolvent should this continue for longer or bigger than it could might currently think, or it may in fact be the fact that you are worried it's going to be there for a long time. There is another step to be able to wind up decision. Now, we're not liquidators. We work with liquidators from time to time as required. But some advice I've been getting from liquidators who have been chained to, and this applies all the time actually, but start the discussion with a trusted source whilst you're still in control. One of the great faults we find of liquidation is it's generally done too late. And so the discussion needs to start earlier. Don't make snap decisions, but make decisions, as I said before. Consider before making any big decision about this, who has personal guarantees. So we talked about the order of the creditors, but also what the risk is at place for different people in the family. Consider non-financial incomes, as we touched on, and don't let guilt or ego get in the way of this decision. That can be a really, really important thing, because there's this guilt factor of, I've liquidated, I've gone broke, whatever. Yes, that might be true. And might not also be true. But the fact of the matter is, don't let guilt or ego get in the way of having this discussion, because it may be the best thing you do, not just for yourself, but for the people that around you that work for you, your children, family, and the like. And just know that liquidation is not the only option. I've touched on the safe harbour. There's also other administration options and the like. So it's not just liquidate with bust. That's not the case. Definitely options. Chat through it. Okay. Further questions, just give us a call. As I said, don't worry about the cash flow implication. We'll work that out. We will absolutely work that out together, how that's going to look. But contact us. You see the email address, the website. Get in touch, because actions sooner rather than later, even discussions sooner rather than later, will be valuable at this time. And we're here to help. So please take us up on that. Thank you.